Hi there. It is March of 2026, and I haven't made a video in a long time because things have been happening so quickly and there's been so much stuff. It's like, okay, what do I talk about? And, I'm thinking about like Maduro being picked up and um, the debacle or whatever. It's not a debacle, but the event. And, just all the fraud of the 2020 election is just coming out in tsunamis. And, the Russia hoax. And I mean, it's all being declassified, and it's, you know, with the DOJ. And this is great. I mean, oh, this is so fantastic. And, I feel like people who don't know that something major is happening, they're just pissed off at Trump, which is so lame. It's so short-sighted. And I hate to, name call because my very own beloved children have TDS pretty much. And you know, they don't see it. They are unwilling to see it, and something will happen in this production that will slap them down. I don't know. I don't know. Um, all I can do is try to live in peace. Um, it's not like the old days when you can have a discussion about the issues, because it's either uh, you don't like what's going on, or you do like what's going on. And but Trump, that's all the Dems have. Anything Trump, it's just so lame. And you know I'm just getting my mind blown. It's constant um, revealing of different things, and not to mention all the Epstein related stuff. And you know that's we're not even getting started with that yet, because you know the um, the main takedowns so far have been foreigners. Andrew and that Mandelson guy, both from Britain. And so I think what the White Hats have been doing is just seeding consciousness, and then going on to the next issue. Because I think what they're going to find out, what people are going to find out, is the whole Epstein web is it's going to bring down governments, and selling of secrets, and uh, like the depravity towards children. And I mean, there's some big stuff coming out. And then I'm getting bits and pieces that, like, we've known for years that the banks are going to go down, the stock market's going to go down. Um, we've been hearing that anyways. I don't have a crystal ball, but it's now coming up again, that it's kind of imminent. And so I feel fine. I'm okay with it. I'm ready for it. But I think, unfortunately, uh, people's money is what's going to frickin' wake them up. Not the child trafficking. I think people can't really, it can't penetrate their heads. I think that's the problem. Like the evil and depravity, it can't penetrate for some reason. Um, I know when I was trying to red pill my sister, she's like, why would people do that? And I said, because they're so evil and we are so good that it was just easy for them. They could just get away with it because we can't even comprehend that that kind of thing exists on this earth. And it's that and way worse. It's, you know, so I am still really looking forward to, as I understand it, when we have the EBS, they're going to use that opportunity to explain to people about how we became a corporation. I don't know exactly what they're going to talk about, like how we've been ripped off our entire lives, and then it's going to have to be somebody other than Trump, because the people with TDS are not going to absorb it. All they're going to see is that he's a criminal, or all they have is he's in the files. Oh, it's just it's making me crazy. And then like I guess it was months ago when we started seeing on Telegram that half the face was Elvis and half the face was Trump. And I'm like, what the heck? Like for years we have believed that Elvis has a role somehow, and I asked Tarot by Janine to look at why is Trump and Elvis being shown together, and she didn't do anything with it. So anyways, but now that same picture is coming out again, and also there's Trump goes to Graceland in the middle of a military operation. He goes to Graceland. Okay. This is all narrative seeding, I'm sure. And then I guess it was News Treason showed a little documentary thing about how Elvis was a DEA agent and worked undercover for the FBI, because he saw so much, and he was a good man, and he wanted to do something about that. And then he was his life was in danger because of this, and that's when he went into witness protection. And like they were able to, like, Joe Rambo checked at least half of the documents that this documentarian was showing, proving Elvis's role with the FBI and the DEA. Like, he verified it. Anyways, that's another thing that we're waiting for that story to develop. And then there, oh my God, like there's so much stuff I want to find out the truth about. But I've gotten quite good at managing everything, in terms of, being anxious about this or that being revealed to us. It's going to come. It's going to happen. It's got to be, as Phil told us, military precision. And I have to just step back and know that I'm witnessing the unique time in human history. Also, well, there's just so much cool stuff. And then, I forget if it's Trump or, they're starting to reveal stuff about extraterrestrial life. And oh, well, he wants to declass any UFO information. It's all like being brought out. And, I respect that they can't just turn on the fire hose. Like I did that in the beginning, like 5 years ago, and, people crumbled before me, basically. Um, and I discredited myself by doing that. Um, so I quit trying to share information long time ago, although I just recently sent something out to my immediate family about the explanation of the Q plan. It was a good, kind of, it wasn't mainstream, but it was interview form, and a guy wrote a book about the Q plan, and it was palatable, because, and then there was another video I sent out about what's happening with currency revaluation and that side of stuff, because I'm gearing up for that too, and I don't know what my kids think. Like, they don't say. I mean, they're respectful and loving and everything, so. But we did have, like in November, we had a discussion, my kids and their significant others, although it was just me and my kids that hadn't had anything to say. Everybody else is minding their manners, basically. But I had to talk about the Q plan, because it's not about Democrats and Republicans. It's about good versus evil. We won't, not to mention the fact that the majority of Democrats are part of the evil side, and there's plenty of Republicans that are too. So that's why, we can't talk about it in those terms. So I just had to say, look, you guys, that's not even what it's about for me. It's about this plan, and I went into quite a bit of detail, and it was pretty awful, actually. Oh man. So because my son's girlfriend was a Doge casualty, and she's still very bitter. This was a year ago or more. She's still very bitter because it was her dream job, and she's a excellent. Even while on probation, she got an award, for her expertise. And I pissed her off. She forgave me, but I think this whole conversation started when something was said about a Doge cut. And I said, you know what? I'm so over all this theft of our tax money. I'm so over it, and that triggered her, poor thing. Because that's all, she can't see the forest for the trees right now. She's very young, and she can't see the forest for the trees, and neither can my son, because he supports her. But Trump is just a fucker as far as they're concerned. And oh man, that's really what I want also, is I'm just dying for people to know the true nature of that person. And I don't even know if it's Trump, you know what I mean? Like, Phil says, of course it's Trump. But all these speculations about the actors, and there are actors playing the whole administration. White House Grandpa on Telegram, man, whoever that is, gets some really good photos, like insider, but his stuff is cryptic often. And he just posted something recently about, like he showed, for example, Scott Bessent, and the face changing to Rob Lowe. I can see it. I can see Rob Lowe in that role. And then like Tulsi Gabbard, who else? Like a bunch of them are all actors. And that's why for so long I have not gotten, like, there's something happens in the news and I'm like, oh, like, just let it go, man. And I'm just wondering, I'm just so anxious for truth. Yeah, of course, we're all going to have more financial security and relief and everything. And I'm really looking forward to that because, we're all tired. Those of us who are not loaded with cash, we're kind of tired, of how we have to live. My life is good. I'm not really lacking, but I can't do too much extra, And I know that's going to change. And so I'm really looking forward to that too. And it's just coming. They're starting to open up the fire hose right now. And I wish I had my finger on the pulse of Normie World. Like, I don't know, but like people I watch on different podcasts, like when they go out into public or whatever and they talk to people and they get an idea that things are changing in the minds of people. And like Q said, there's going to be 6% of the population that will never open their minds. So yeah, I've just been putting this off because I keep waiting for like a significant entry point, but every day is a significant entry point anymore. It's just absolutely exciting what's playing out. And then, there was some seeding about Diana / Melania. There's something going on there. Then they're talking about time travel. It's all like, there's going to be some exciting stuff. And I'll just be happy. I'll be excited when I know that there's going to be a way to travel faster. And my daughter lives 6 hours away. And that would be cool, if I could get there quicker. And, I'm still kind of speechless in a way. I have been for a long time at what we're witnessing and how I managed to wake up. Like, I'm so grateful for that because even though it has been very, very hard on me psychologically and socially, actually, because, I wouldn't want it any other way. I like knowing what's going on and to be a part of this great awakening and truth movement, Some people don't even know what that is. And, I would really enjoy having a significant other, I think. It's been a long time since I have had one, but it would be nice for somebody to have my back. It would be nice. But the thing is that unless they're red-pilled, they would not understand me, and it would be too hard. It just would be too hard. I can't see any other way to say it, you know. I would not be understood. And I don't know if I'm up to the task of bringing somebody up to speed. And so I don't know. We'll see after, you know, it's all like the truth is revealed. Like there's going to be stuff. It's going to be years before. It's going to take years for stuff to be uncovered, but the main awareness of what's been happening, that'll be nice when more people can look at you and go, wow, that was some shit, right? I'm looking forward to that because this stuff it can isolate you. And although I do have 2 text groups on this, you know, work Q-tards, and one of them we meet every week on Zoom. And that's been a lifesaver, actually. So, you know, like stuff is just coming out right and left. And Trump just opened a White House app. And he, you know, for him, like he's been communicating directly with the people for years, anyhow. So, you know, the communication level is ramping up. And, you know, there's just some interesting communication recently with pixelation and, you know, coming out either on Truth Social or X from the White House. And, you know, this is the stuff that's really exciting because it's not random. You know, there's meaning to this. And I don't know exactly what it is yet, but, you know, my MO for years now has been just to sit back and wait because it will be, you know, it'll be discussed on Telegram and, you know, I can discern what meaning I assign to it. And, yeah, but it is just... But, you know, things have to happen pretty soon because we're going to have July 4th is our 250-year birthday. And there's going to be a lot of partying going on all over the country. And I don't think they want us to be in the dark. You know, we can't be in the midst of this movie. Like they got to run the credits, I think, before then. But what do I know? You know, I've been on this roller coaster for 5 years now, and I don't know shit. I know a lot more than a lot of people. Like I was on the call-in show one time, and I said, I have forgotten more than a lot of people know. And they went, you know, like they knew exactly what I was saying. So, but I know enough to also know that what I'm seeing may not be what's actually happening. And that's kind of an understatement, but I've learned enough to know now that all these psyops and all this crazy shit going on that looks weird, you know, it's part of the military operation. This much I know. And they're doing it specifically to elicit a certain, you know, cognitive switch of some type. Like, just like when, Trump brings these billionaires into the Oval Office, and I think normies would go, what's he doing? associating with them when in fact he's most likely they've been capitulated, and he's forcing them because of 13848 or 13818. They're having to give up most of their money, and it's under the, like, they probably had a choice to either go down in disgrace or look like a humanitarian, you know, so that one I don't remember who it was actually, but he and his wife, who looked absolutely from a different planet, um, are funding um, Trump money, or what's uh, Trump fund for the babies, you know, and like they're funding it, and the guy who is the owner and CEO, he was very natural in his presentation, but his wife, she was standing back there looking like she was had a gun pointed at her. I mean, and she may have, we don't know. Um, yeah, it's like all this money coming in. It's, you know, it's Trump strong arming. Like he's got the leverage. He knows how to leverage. It's the military using leverage. I mean, they have been masterful with this. It is just amazing. So, yeah, I mean, if something's not obvious to me right away when I see it, I just know all I have to do is wait a few days, and it'll, you know, things will come out about it, and, uh, you know, I'll be able to assign some kind of meaning to it, you know, and it seems like there's something right now that I can't really ascertain what's going on, but that's kind of status quo. So it will all become clear, though. So, anyways, thank you.